This episode is brought to you by twolinedmusicutstore.com. Twolinedmusicutstore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's twolinedmusicutstore.com. Now let's check out this episode.
So at this point now, Shabba lives in the States now and we are here in Jamaica and all our shows now was with Bounty. Everywhere we go, man, Bounty, I tear down the shows. And at that time, the rivalry with Bounty and Beenie, and to be honest, because we have to start the truth, sometimes Bounty have to close the show. And there's another time where Beenie have to close the show, depends on who have the momentum at the time, you know? But trust me, man, Bounty Killer was another, oh God, man. And Bounty Killer, now, the experience with him was a total different thing from Shabba, but because as Bounty bust Ruff Kutt in mainstream Jamaica.
Okay, it was killer.
Bounty Killer, everywhere him go, take it down Ruff Kutt. Shoot them Ruff Kutt. Ruff Kutt, him just used to set up things and trust me, man. And so people start associate the name Ruff Kutt with Bounty. And we, the band now, started becoming a household name now. Who never know the band Ruff Kutt. Start knowing us now and them have we have this bad band, we have back Bounty Killer. So although Bounty Killer, we have Bounty Killer backing band. All the major shows, Bounty Killer and them. So we became the backing band for all those shows. So we would back every artist leading up to Bounty Killer.
Got you.
We would be backing every artist leading up to Bounty Killer. And there was a moment that you need to know in the muscle. You remember when Mandela came to Jamaica?
Yes. This is at the stadium, boss. Yes.
Right.
So remember, keep this in mind. This is the second time that you're involved with Mandela some way, somehow, you know. Right.
Okay. No. And I'm gonna tell you something. That particular day, I'm gonna track back a little. That particular day was actually the first time I was seeing Beenie Man.
This is your first time now.
Yeah, that's the first time I'm seeing Beenie Man. Was at the Mandela event. Now, we were supposed to back this DJ from England called Maccabee.
Yes, big man DJ.
Right. Maccabee, we did some Sunsplash with him and he tore down the place. So we were supposed to back him at the Mandela event because he had this song, Proud of Mandela, you know? And it was a fitting song for the occasion. So he was booked for the moment, for the show in the National Stadium. We were supposed to back him. But I'm going to tell you something. I heard another band doing an interview. No disrespect to the great Fabulous Five. I heard Frankie Campbell from Fab Five saying that when Beenie Man was performing and got that boo, Fabulous Five was the band backing. It ain't so. It was Ruff Kutt.
Ruff Kutt.
Right.
Yeah.
Even the person that was interviewing Frankie was surprised when Frankie said it, but the person didn't even correct him because the person who was interviewing was actually there and knew that it was Ruff Kutt.
Got you.
Anyway, that particular event, I remember before we went on stage, Beenie walked in full white, and he was talking to Dr. Paul, who was the bass player at the time. And I remember I went to Dr. Paul and I said, Dr. Paul, who is that guy? And Dr. Paul said, a DJ named Beenie Man. I said, yeah, but I can tell you something, Muscle. The same club that named Epiphany. Same Dr. Paul went to Epiphany just to hang out one night. And I remember he came to us in a rehearsal and he said, yo, you know, say, one DJ named Beenie Man come in at the show and chat a song about A Green Arm over there, so. And mash up in a Epiphany. So, I remember that leading up to the Mandela show. So when we were on stage now, I remember we played for Maccabee and then Dougie Fresh came on stage. The rapper from US and do the beatbox thing with his mouth. He came on stage and he did that beatbox thing and he called on Beenie Man and he was doing the beatbox thing with his mouth and Beenie was DJing and Beenie mashed up the place.
Okay.
Then Beenie asked for the bandolier rhythm. When Beenie asked for that rhythm muscle, I remember I didn't even want to play because I knew what was gonna happen. Because I remember when Dr. Paul told us about the song that he sang at the club. Anyway, we had to play because the artist asked for the rhythm. You know, and we played and you know the rest. As we say, the biggest boo Jamaica has ever seen. Ever seen. So we were the band playing there and there were so many different moments that Ruff Kutt were a part of. From there, we stamped our name back in Jamaica. All the major shows. Some Fest, Sting, you name the big show. We are the backing band.
Because you're there with Killer.
And Muscle, you name the artist. It's easier to say who we haven't played for than who we had played for.
Okay, so then do this for me. Tell me who you, because I want to go back to Killer for a minute, then we're going to move forward. Give me some names of who you haven't played for as Ruff Kutt.
All right. I'm going to call names like Frankie Paul, Pinchers, Dennis Brown. Dennis Brown last concert.
Yeah.
He did in Miami. Ruff Kutt played for him. Barrington Levy. Garnet Silk. I remember this big event Richie Stevens kept in the same club. Yes. Mirage nightclub.
Yes, he told me about this. Yes.
Richie told you about it.
But I didn't realize that you guys were the band playing at that time.
We were the band playing that night. Richie Stevens called on Garnet Silk that night. Muscle, if the club could have shaken down with that crowd and that oh God, the noise that those people made when that man stepped on stage and sang the song Fight Back that he sang with Richie Stevens. That night was a night, man. We played and that was Garnet Silk's final performance.
Crazy. Did you guys play for him before that or it was just that one time?
It was just that moment. We played for people like Buju Banton, Leroy Sibbles, Ken Booth. Oh my God, man. I'm trying. You name them. You'd have to name them, and I'll tell you.
Yeah.
All the major artists in Jamaica at some point, Ruff Kutt played for them.
So do you know offhand some artists that you didn't get a chance to play for?
All right. I remember an artist that I wanted to play for. I eventually played for him, but I wanted to play for that person so bad. It was Sizzla Kalonji. I wanted to play for the youth so bad because he's so versatile. He's a bad DJ. He can sing. He can sing, Jay. And I always wanted to play for him. And I remember we had a show up at the UWI, UWI, on campus, and he was supposed to pass through as a special guest tonight. So we were supposed to play a few songs for him. He didn't rehearse. we just went out and look up some songs. And when he came on stage and we start draw songs for him, Muscle, some gunshot fire for Sizzla up at you that night. Yeah. Oh gosh, man.
Yeah.
The man tear down the place. So he was one of the artists I wanted to play for. And we ended up playing for him a lot of times.
Because you see, even the thing with Sizzla, he's the king of singing a different song on a different rhythm. He's famous and notorious for that.
Versatile, man. Versatile. You can't take with that from Sizzla. And Muscle, let me tell you something. I've been around all those artists. I've toured with them. I've played all over the world with them. I can tell you about any artist you're calling the name. I can tell you about their personality. I can tell you how they live because I actually parred with them. They actually come to my house to look for me. You know, the beanies, the bounties, even the Popcaan, Wayne Wonder, the Spragga Benz, all those guys come to my house. Come look for me, come check me, come check drumming and community. You know, there was a time, you know, when we ended up, well, we shouldn't leave Bounty.
Okay,
yes,
so let's go back to Killer, because this is what I want to ask.
That experience with Killer, let me tell you something. I've never seen a guy so lyrical. Because everybody have them different power. You understand what I say? Me can tell you, say, Beenie, we all know he's a great performer. Shabba Ranks, we all know he's a great performer. In image, Shabba had everything, you know, the image, the presence, Sizzla. Me not think nobody versatile like him. Keep it on the energy that Bounty Killer. The lyrical. The lyrical, oh God, man, this man is so lyrical. In change the business.
Yeah.
You know? When me hear that you the DJ, me remember me there up on stage I play for Killer and Killer DJ. And Killer is a man that like pull up, you know, him like hear the forward I go on.
Okay.
And me remember a particular night me I play for Killer. And me have to pull it up. I couldn't hold it, man. I'm get up around the drum and point for him and say, you're bad. And I can remember Killer was a person where when he might do a show, there was a segment in him show where not even us, the band members, know say I could do pure new songs.
Okay.
And him just a mash up the place. Him just a draw them on the place and mash up. And me I say, yo, songs that no one has ever heard. Killer. I've had that's something about him. He had that about him. Where there's a segment I'm sure him called New Tune segment.
Yeah.
And the place just weak. And I remember Killer was so spontaneous. He was doing some things where different that even his fellow entertainers, every show, everywhere Killer perform, other DJs had to go for hear what this man has said. I remember different DJs are going shows. Killer will be performing out of town. And you see other DJs turn up because they want to hear what this man has said. You know? And as them same boss, a lot of artists, and I can tell you I was there. When he might try with Elephant Man them and RICARDO them and the whole works, you name it.
What do you remember about those early times? Yeah, what do you remember about those early Scare Them Bounty Killer times?
Well, if Scare Them without the truth and Elephant Man them and Boom them and the whole of them, they can tell you as much as Killer introduced them to the stage, we as Rough Kutt were there teaching them how to perform.
Okay.
And I can call many names in this business that we help groom them. See them ghosts there here. We were part of help building those guys.
Yeah.
I remember the first time busy signal, we did a rehearsal with him. We have to stop and say, youth, you're bad, you're talented, you're go big. It was at Big Yard Studio.
Yes.
Yeah, man, there was so many of them where we could have seen the potential in them. You name it.
Crazy. Even
Vybz Kartel, he's a different story where me I forgot to tell you.
We're gonna get into that just now.
We're gonna get there.
But this is what I wanted to know with Killer. Jazwad now. How did Jazwad get involved with Killer and Ruff Kutt and all that? How did he get it?
Well, at the point when we started playing for Killer, Jazwad was already there.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we started playing for Killer, Jazwad was like added to the music. He came in and complement what we were doing. You know? And the thing about Killer is the man who is responsible for speeding up the dancehall. Yeah. Because when we were on stage now, people tend to say Ruff Kutt have a way to play fast. But there's one thing that they say, we haven't lost the groove. We kept the groove as much as we are playing faster. Because I heard other bands playing fast, but they lost the groove.
Yes.
You know? And it become like they're playing calypso. You know? The speed, when they speed it up, but there's a trick to it that nobody got it.
Yeah.
As yet. You know? And we haven't lost the groove, and Killer do. Killer like the speed, and Killer know the way in DJ, you have to do a lot of different variety and mix. So that's when Ruff Kutt became so wicked, because we started to do some different mix, because Killer said some things where can't say some different things. You know, and everybody want that now. Every DJ to Ruff Kutt to play for Killer, and I do them things that they want that. And we give it, we give it to them. You know, we gave it, and trust me, man. We are all right, for instance, Capleton has his band. DRUMMY, and you name the artists. No, most of them have their bands. But if a promoter want to have a show, he's keeping a show and they want one band.
Yeah.
For instance, you have a Sumfest where you can't have a band change go on all night. It's going to draw out the show, and then the people are going to get bored.
Yeah.
So what they do, they have one band back in the show. And the go-to band is Ruff Kutt. It's going to be Ruff Kutt, because every artist, even if they have their band, the only band apart from their band they're going to be comfortable with is Ruff Kutt.
Ruff Kutt.
You know? So, Bounty Killer, as I said though, back to Bounty, is so powerful when he's on a stage DJing. His delivery. You know? And Beenie depend on him performance. Bounty depend on him lyrics.
Yeah.
You know? Keep it on his performance, Sizzla have him performance and his versatility. Killer him lyrics, and then we compliment him as a band. Cause Killer not going away without Ruff Kutt.
But that's what I was going to ask you. Now, were you guys did you guys back any of those Beenie Bounty clashes, either Sting, Follow the Arrow, any of those places there?
Most of them. Most of them. Most of those clashes. The last one, big clash that we did was a one named Diamond Splash. That was a big one in Negril. Yeah, man, we did most of them. You know, and when they have Beenie Bounty, even since they start United together, we did a lot of those shows where we're playing for both of them together, you know. And if you can remember, you know, Killer, remember now, you know, we played for Killer for a while. We toured with Killer, you know. After Shabba, the next person we toured with was Killer. All over the world. And Killer was poised to be the next big thing out of Jamaica
Yes.
If you can remember all those collaborations with Fugees. No doubt. If you ask a big artist at that time in the US, who they want to do a collaboration with from Jamaica, Bounty was the go-to guy. You know? So there was, Bounty was poised to be the next big thing, but I doubt Bounty himself was up to it. Because as talented as he was, I don't think he wanted to put in that extra work. Because I can remember when Shabba, the work that Shabba put out. I remember we did a tour and we come home and Shabba get a call. Remember when you just done tour for 2 months and you want to go home now and Shabba just get a call and say, yo, so you have an interview where you have to fly. Go to Japan, go do this interview. So we are go home as the band and him spin on and go to Japan.
Yeah.
Go and do an interview. In the work where Shabba put out for reach there. So he never just reach, As talented as he was, he still had to put out some serious work. And as bad as Bounty is, and was poised for that, I don't think he did want to put out the extra effort.
Got you. Because
I remember there were shows that we were supposed to go and do with Bounty. And Bounty just said, why am I not feel the vibe again, And the band reached out at the airport. So as good as Killer was, we started losing income as a band. Because remember, this is what we do, play for the artists and earn. And so we did something where the band decided at one point, we're going to just freelance. We're not going to play for nobody. We just, anybody come, including Bounty, if he wanted us to play for him, we're going to play, but we're not going to lock to one person. And we gave Killer a letter and he had some shows and we honored the shows that he had. And then we just started freelancing, But Beenie heard that there was a little thing with me and Bounty. Because through the years playing for Bounty, Beenie always said, this is my band.
Yeah.
One day you'll have to play for me. And Beenie heard and just make use of the opportunity. I remember when the band leader came to me and said, yo, Beenie want to, And me the drummer.
Yeah.
I remember look at the band leader and said, no, that not going to happen. The rivalry that Beenie and Bounty had, I don't want Rough Kutt to switch from Bounty to Beenie. It's not going to look good. And we don't want to diss nobody and we don't want to hurt nobody. And I remember saying that to the band leader. And the band leader took out a sheet with different dates that Beenie came up with. And I still said no. And I remember one night the band leader and Nigel drove to my house and said to me, that they came to really convince me, and they did, to be honest. They spoke something and, I said, all right, let's do it, And we started playing for Beenie, and that was another experience again, man.
So remember, the journey is this now. Ninja to Shabba. Those two were rivals, so you went from Ninja to Shabba. Okay, cool. And then now from Bounty to Beenie, like brass.
Straight to Beenie. Straight to Beenie. So, yeah, and we started, and I can tell you something, watch this now, Muscle, because when you're playing for an artist, your interest is to make sure that artists get the best backing he can get.
For sure.
So there was a time when we played for Bounty and we planned how we go on a stage and kill Beenie. And then now there was a time now we end up a play for Beenie where we planned how we are going to kill Bounty.
How did Killer feel when you guys decided that, okay, you guys are now playing for Beenie? What did that do for you guys' relationship with Bounty?
Trust me, man, it hurt Killer so bad. He was on shows talking about it. I remember he went on a stinger thing.
Mm-hmm.
You take Angel, you take Ruff Kutt, and in just, it was, trust me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it was, it hurt Killer so bad. And even more so, he had, I remember Killer was cussing me, DRUMMY, so bad because, to be honest, Killer was very close. For some reason, I don't know what muscle, but all the artists that Ruff Kutt played for, they developed a band with me that was just different.
Got you.
You know, all the artists. The other band members, they are cool with them when they see them at rehearsal.
Mm-hmm.
They are cool, but they actually come to my house and check me and come to my community and hang out with me and Bounty, Beenie, Shabba, Spragga, Ghost, since I've laid Popcaan, Vybz Kartel, everybody come check DRUMMY in my community. So we developed that band. I used to have a little concert where me keep in my community. We call it Rough It Up Ruff Kutt. And that name came through the performances that we had with Bounty, because we would be on stage and him said, rough them up, Ruff Kutt. So I named my show after that, my little thing. And Bounty used to come and he make it a point of duty to be there. And every single artist that is a name.
Yeah.
Come to my show. Baby Sham, Bounty, Beenie, Captain Barky and Wickerman, Wayne Marshall, every single person, Spragga Benz. I remember we had a concert with Bounty. I told Bounty about my show date in my community, and Bounty said, yeah, man. And then, like, a week before my show, Bounty came to me and said, yo, you know, say, on that date that we have a show in it was Club Cactus at the night over Portmore. And I was so upset because me have my show tonight. And I remember Killer said to me, DRUMMY, what you upset for? Two shows we have in a one night, man. What do you tell me? Cactus them have to kick off the show early. And we just done and go here show. And that night, Bounty devastated over Cactus. And when we done, Bounty just said, DRUMMY, forward with me. And I drove with him in his car the night. And that was the night I realized how good of a driver Bounty Killer is. The man make a piece of driving the muscle from Portmore to come in my community. Trust me, man. But what we really like with him, I say one thing tell you, say, he might go do a thing, he might go turn up.
Yeah.
And I see it so many times, and them youth there, and me not talk, but them youth them, I can tell you about them. Especially them long time DJ, I can tell you. Those guys help so many people, and they don't go around and talk it, but me can tell you, because I was there and I saw it. Bounty Killer, Beenie Man, Capleton, Sizzla. Yo, those you, not to mention Shabarangs, Ninja Man. I was there. Richie Stevens, I was there and I saw the help of them help. Them help youth and youth in terms of their career, but also financially I saw them help so many people. Trust me, man. Trust me. Sometimes when me hear some people, I read some things on the internet and they say, oh, the money have more things than Killer, or the money have more things. Sometimes it might be true, although we are not idiot, Beenie and Killer have them things. And I can tell you, they could have more. But those guys help so many people, you wouldn't believe it, man. The Capleton, the Sizzla, the Beenie, oh God, man, me see it muscle. And I hear me here. Nobody not tell me.
You see?
You know? Yeah, man, them man, they do so much to people. I remember I see muscle. I'm going to go back a little. Bounty Killer.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a friend of mine, boxer, who's a selector. You know him, you know?
Of course, African Star. Of course.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. African Star, boxer. Want some dog plate. And you know me play drum for Killer. Because them time they can't go to Killer with no monkey money, you know. So him check Killer drum, you know, and, you know. And I remember he gave me $60,000 the night. The evening for give bounty, and I call Killer and I say, Killer, I'm like a friend in a boxer, you know, and he wants some tune, you know. Him can't pay the money where everybody are paying, but a boxer that man, help him out for me, and Killer said, come man, come check me. Run a car wash, and I remember I said to Killer, I said, at the first time me hear Killer say something like that, me I say, Killer, I just say all the Killer them in more, man. And me hear Killer say, yo, all Killer, where you get all Killer from? After me and a Ken Boot and Leroy Sizzla, me we just busted there. I say, I laugh, but you know everything with Killer drama. And I remember me give Killer the 60,000. And Killer just look at me and say, Jummy. And them time they, you know, say when you say 60,000, you know. And I remember Killer look at me and say, Jummy, you diss me, you know, you give me money. And you not take your own. And I say, in my mind, me I say take my own. I hear thing, how me get involved. All me do, I try to get the deal from my friend.
Yeah.
And Killer just split the money into, you know, him not check it, you know. And just say, well, this Jummy. And when me go home, me get more than him. Me get more than him muscle. And these are the things that me see these guys do over and over again with just the youth there around them. Another guy when me see do things like that, I win one that them man they help so much people and you wouldn't know. Because they don't talk muscle. You know, and to be honest, to be fair, a lot of other guys too. Yeah, me can't talk about even youths now, but I true me not reach them yet.
Yeah.
Youths like Popcaan, youths like Assassin, even Mr. Vegas, the way you hear people talk, me see them.
Yeah.
Me around the whole of them and me see them and me know well too. Richie Stevens, trust me man. So,
crazy.
a whole heap of things, we've been there muscle, we've been there and we're around there with all of them and me know them live. And trust me, some good youths them. All of them. All the one them where you see I war with them one another. I clash with them one another. You will see Vegas against Beenie Man. All of them are some good youth.
You understand that. So then that's what I'm saying there. So then now you guys were with Killer. You guys went to Beenie Man now. So then that put the fire on Ruff Kutt also because... Yeah,
man. When fire, that's how we know. And the fire comes straight from Bounty. I remember Bounty I go on at different shows. And I say, all the one Jummy and Killer did not beat me bad, man. I'm a DJ, but if I beat me bad, because even there was a particular show where, I don't know if you remember that show where, I don't remember the American artists that came down for that show, but people like Lady Saw, Highly Dread keep that show. It was in Cinema 2.
Kings of
it was in Cinema 2. You know, and I remember Beenie was supposed to perform after Bounty, but we were playing for Ladies also, and she called on Beenie. And what Beenie did when she called him on was stay. And that upset Killer. So Killer came on the stage now. And Beenie I said, play and we'll play. And Killer said, stop. So we stop. So we play, we stop, we play. So at one point now, me tell the band, say, play. I'm bound to turn around, and look at me and say, oh, you Jummy. And start, give it to me now. That curse, man, it's like at that point, I couldn't take it and I get up. I was so upset now. I'm curse back, Killer now. And even Killer himself, I say, wait, Jummy. You know, it kind of get frightened. You know, but, you know, those are the things. We've been through so much things, and I remember even, you know, well, I can't go to say it. With Beenie, you know, as I said, we toured the world with him. And as I said, Beenie, let me tell you something when we realize my little thing when we sum up with Bounty and Beenie, they are so similar in how you know, with their attitude,
Yeah.
you're a surprise, you know?
Mm-hmm.
How they live and things like that. As me say, we tour with them and we see how them live and, you know, nice people them to tour with, nice people to be around. As you know, Bounty aggressive and thing, but under the aggression, they're such a nice person.
Yeah.
Being, you know, is a free person. Him have time for everybody. I remember one time me and Beenie apart, me a driving vehicle today.
Okay.
Me and him apart and we a drive through Barbican. And somebody said, Beenie! And me a drive and me a tell her, say, Beenie, give me a cuss in the muscle. The man I said, oh, you feel a drive, I'm a fan, a call to me. And you not even blow the horn and stop me here. And me I say, yo, sorry doc, sorry. You know? But that's how him love the people them and put him on him there. When it comes to him fans, don't play with him. Don't play with him. Him not ramp with him fans them. Yeah man. You know? So we see how them live and some nice people them man. And I tell you,
How long were you guys
nice one.
How long were you guys with Beenie Man for?
Wow. You know, say to be honest, I would be lying if I tell you. I know, say, to be honest, Muscle, I'm just playing music. I'm not really a check.
I got you.
Because, you know, and to be honest, if you ask, we're still there. You know, because we're doing shows with Bounty and we're doing shows with Beenie.
Okay,
we're still being called. We were supposed to go to England with Beenie.
Yes.
In recent times, we were supposed to go to England with Beenie, where he's at right now. But the paperwork came too late. You know, and Bounty, we're still doing shows with Bounty. You know, we and everybody. That is another thing with us, you know. I remember when we played for Bounty and in the middle of the war, like we and Bounty walking our venue. I remember him and Beenie a war, you know. And we just walk from over where Bounty there and go yell Beenie. Because Beenie and Bounty war and our war. We just play music.
Yeah.
That's one of the things with Ruff. That's one of the things we make we get so much respect in our thing. And I remember when we come in the early days, we rehearse hard for the moment. We just rehearse and we not think about no money. We unlike the band them nowadays where some youth just go together and say, we want to play music and we want to play for the artists and by tomorrow, them rehearse today and by tomorrow. We are rehearse months. We used to have a thing muscle name rhythm rehearsal, you know. Where as the rhythm come out, Ruff just go rehearse it.
Yeah.
No artist now have to do it. And we farm at the rhythm and what we are going to do with it when we reach that one. So it take a lot of hard work to come on the top, and we've been on the top ever since until today and continue to soar.
For sure.
You know? Yeah, man.
Another name.
You name the artist. The younger youths, them, we're there. I remember Bounty Killer keep Circle to the East. Listen to muscle. Bounty Killer keeping Circle to the East. We were rehearsing around by Grizzlies rehearsal room. And while rehearsing, a little youth walk in the rehearsal room and just sit down. But Ruff Kutt have a policy, you know. No matter how big the artist is, no matter how big that particular artist is, once we have an artist and he came in before that artist, even if he's a little no name, he might go rehearse before him because he's there before. Some people are going to say the big man come in, wait, we don't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, the youth in there, and we are rehearse and we are rehearse and we are rehearse. And we finish and pack up for going now. And we don't hear the youth say, Killer send me for rehearse. And we say, youth, you're in here so long. And sit down and not say nothing. Anyway, you see, when the youth open me mouth muscle, everyone always say, youth, where you come from? Who you? You know, who is that?
Who is that?
Vybz Kartel.
That's who I was just about to ask you about.
Vybz Kartel. The youth just come in the room and just sit down, humble, not say a word. And as we decide to pack up, Kitsy plug out and everybody a plug out. Him say killer they send me for years and we say you there so long and not say nothing. When the youth open me mouth in a muscle, we say no man, youth you're too bad. And he is another artist who we end up started playing for and go all over the world with Caribbean everywhere.
You see, because the thing with Cartel now, he's different from the Beenie and Bounty. When you guys met the Beenie and Bounty, they were seasoned. With Cartel now, I watched an interview or I was reading something where he said that wasn't his strongest point, was performing. That's where he was more student, all that. So how was it to work with a Cartel, to tour the world with a Cartel and do shows with him?
Well, as I said, he was one of the artists that I can safely say we helped him round his performance level. We helped him up his performance. And he will tell you too, you know, Cartel will tell you. I remember, the whole time, I remember Wayne Marshall came to a rehearsal and said, trust me, man, that you there different. Oh, my DJ, oh, my talk, different. You know, and I remember we did a lot of shows. They had this Sting Antigua, where we did with him. We had the show we were doing Suriname. We did so many shows with him, man. I mean, I tell you, man, the man impact is not normal. As we all know, Cartel himself will tell you, he wasn't such a great performer, but him impact wasn't normal. The impact we him have, when him walk out on a stage and start DJ, you have to listen, you have to, you know? Yeah, man. We did some great works in the business in terms of artists, man. As I say, you name the artist muscle, we were there. We were there, Ruff Kutt. We were there and still are there.
All right. You know what I want from you also? Sting. Tell me 3 of your most memorable stings that you remember playing on. Whether it was something, it was amazing, it was crazy, something about Sting.
All right. I remember during the clash with Beenie and Bounty, we went on Sting. As a matter of fact, just before Beenie fired the band that was playing for him, I remember we and Bounty went on stage, and that night, Bounty level down Sting, tear down the place. I remember Joshua have something where I play upon him sampler. Ow! You know, you remember that thing where you hear ow on the crowd get crazy, and trust me, Killer couldn't do no wrong that night. You know? And sad to say Beenie came on and the impact wasn't so great, you know, and I remember seeing the other band, the rest of band members, and they must say, yo, that night, the boy, that night, they could get fire, you know. You know? Yeah, that night was a big night, and I remember the night when Cartel and Ninja Man were fighting, that was another night where, you know, a big one again, you know.
So you guys were playing that night there?
Yeah, we were playing that night when the fight started. There was this night where we went on with Beenie now. We did Teen Splash the same night in Aracabessa, St. Mary. And then we came in for Sting with Beenie. And Beenie worked early before the clash, everything, and tear down the whole of Sting. Mash up Sting the night. That when we done with it, man, that night we weren't supposed to back in a clash. We were there just to back Beenie. Yeah. And Beenie tear down the place. And when Beenie done, you know, I go home and feel good. Only if you hear it at the morning say, merciless kill 3. I mean, I say, what do you mean by merciless kill 3? And when the man called Beenie name, I tell him, say, you're wrong, man. You're a lie, I tell. After the performance they were Beenie do, Beenie not supposed to go in on a clash. And I call him and cuss him off, man. And the person was telling me came from in my community.
Mm-hmm.
It was a DJ named Chicken.
Yes.
He died now. He died recently.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, the Beenie left in my yard and come look for him with a sword. Come down to my yard and look for the chicken. So me I go kill him. Because chicken I tell I say me dead, I'm not dead. Me just get a little scar. But that was fun, you know. That was another moment, that Sting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but Sting was one of the shows. And let me tell you something again, Muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You have these guys that claim that them a clash.
Mm-hmm.
Them up on the internet a clash and a clash and a clash. That's one of the things where you mash up Sting, you know. Because you clash on the internet and when you go a Sting now, go show.
Mm-hmm.
So you can clash. You're afraid.
Yeah.
Sting is the battleground where you come and clash, even if you lose the clash. Me know enough DJ will perform a Sting and lose the clash and get bigger than the one where win the clash, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Sting now at the ground where you're supposed to come prove it. That's why all them artists when me say, when me hear say that man and that man a clash, me can't rate them.
Yeah.
Because you have to come prove it, Virgin. And Sting was the platform for you to do that. For you come prove it. Beenie, me remember Beenie and Bounty them. When the heights of the war. That is one of the things where me, I got rate Beenie. And Bounty Killer himself will tell us, so yo, me rate him. Yeah. Because Muscle, you can't hide the fact that Bounty is the better lyrical DJ.
For sure.
We know Beenie is a performer and him have charisma and the people but Killer as a lyrical man where you have to know what you do.
Yeah.
Because me and you there and we know how much money you use in lyrics and kill.
Mm-hmm.
So Beenie was a brave youth and Beenie ready for any clash anytime. You have to give him that. And some of them him win too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I remember the days when artists, no matter how you're up on tour, you have to come home for Sting.
Yes.
You have to come home for Sumfest.
Mm-hmm.
You have to come home for Champion in Action. Because that determines what's going to happen for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you have some man, they want to make the money so, maybe they on tour when Sting are going or when Sumfest are going.
Mm-hmm.
Me remember a particular artist, but I'm not going to call him name, where the man happen. Big, him huge, I got things that happen. And when Sting time come, I remember me myself here, had a conversation with him. It wasn't Sting, it was Sumfest. And I say, yo, you're not there for Sumfest. And he said, no man, them time I'm there in Europe. And I say, yo, you're mad. You're half a day here for Sumfest. And I remember me there at Sumfest and I go live and I text and I say, yes, Joe, me now we're gonna deal with the show wicked.
Yeah.
And I say, yeah, but you should have there. And after that particular Sumfest, he just went down. Because you have some show, you have to do it. You have to do it because you name what you name, you're one of the leaders. Oh, you're there, the premier event at Jamaica. You have to be a part of this. So there's a lot of things that happen where some man career just drop and them not understand. There are just some little things that them do, you know. Remember Beenie Man with them on tour and Sumfest, a time for Sumfest, or even a little Champion in Action. And we fly in and do the show and fly out and went back on tour.
Because you have to be there. You have to be there.
Yeah, man. And Beenie is so versatile in what him do. You know, I remember a show we do in Miami. Them time that the song named Toy Friend. I didn't even hear the song yet, Muscle.
Yeah. And
we had a show planned for Miami. Elephant Man, them time Ellie had tear down the place. All these artists, and we were on tour with Beenie, and one of the tour dates was when we reached Miami. I think it was Best of the Best or one of them shows. And when we get there, out of the blues, we hear Beenie say, me I start with Toy Friend. And I remember me start cuss and me I say, you're mad. And he must say at the end of the day, you know, you have to play what I say. I say, all right, that. And I remember when we start the song in the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd start going bad, you know, and him look out for me, and just a play and hold on me, like me hide from him. So the department there, me give him that. And you have a young youth where forward in the business, you know, where me I play for enough, where have the kind of mentality they will understand the people, they man understand is the youth named Popcaan. That youth, I one of the no performer where me I watch, where really have it. Popcaan, the Dexter Daps, them youth there have something where. And then you have a little youth named TJ where me I watch where. Talented, but solid little youth them. You know?
Even with Popcaan, you see the thing with it, because remember, he's coming out of the Cartel camp there. Because again, if we're going to be 100% honest, Popcaan was one of those where he wasn't a performer right out the gate. He had to take time and learn it to
learn it. Yo, Popcaan went through the ranks. He went through the ranks. Him climb. Him not just up overnight. You understand what I said? You know, as I said, most of Cartel shows, we used to do them. Most of Cartel shows, we used to do them. We were the band. And Popcaan were one of the younger artists. You know? And if you ever hear how me and Cartel never meet on a good note, you know. Trust me. And I wanna be parring at the business today. Yeah, man. And we never meet on a good note because there was a particular show where that night, Degree Keeper show, and we were the backing band, but at that particular show, Cartel was using tracks.
Okay.
He wasn't working on band. But Papi himself didn't know how much Cartel rate Drummy and love Ruff, Kutt and thing. So we were there and Cartel I work on them tracks and we are set up now for Beenie. So while the tracks I play along with it and Papi look at me and say, hey Drummer boy, oh you play and the DJ perform and you know, and get upset and me and him almost fight. And trust me, after that moment we do some work with Cartel in the Caribbean and Cartel see me and Papi a reason and I say, boy, Drummy, you and Papi never meet for such a good note here. Look for you know, them type of way there. But we are everybody move good, man. And Ruff Kutt is a band where we don't go up on stage. We try our best with each and every artist. For instance, you remember the clash with Cartel and Movado. The band that was backing that clash was Movado's band, you know. Okay. And if you remember, you know, when Movado walk, the band actually walk also.
This was a sting you're talking about.
Right. And I remember I said to the band, you don't do that to no artist. You stay up there and play because let me tell you something. You see, in my days when me I play for Bounty and the clash I go on with Beenie, if Beenie walk on, you know, Beenie I go get the same intensity, the same energy where Killer get, you know. So Killer better know, say better work for win the clash. Come in I go keep my intensity up and when Beenie start, me drop it. Everybody have to get it because a Ruff Kutt me I represent, me now represent Bounty or Beenie.
Yeah.
A Ruff Kutt we are represent. So we are going to go up there and we're going to play to the fullest until the clash done. I remember Reggae King. You remember that some place when him come and tear down the place?
Yes, man, tough. That's where he busted tough.
Yeah, the MC actually came over to me and tell me if he stop playing. And I asked him if he mad.
Yeah.
Because they wanted Reggae King to come off the stage. If you remember the whole drama there.
Because he came on, it was in the morning, late in the morning when he came on that time.
Right. Right. And I said to the MC, we said to the MC, including Nigel Staff, you can't want the artist stop and tell the band to stop. We not going to do that. you have to stop the artist, you can't stop the band. So we are going to continue play until him stop. You not do that to no artist at no time. Our job is to go out there and play till the artist decides to come off of the stage. You know? So these are the things that kept us going so long and have such a great relationship with these artists.
Yeah.
You name the artists, Ruff, Kutt and them.
Good.
The friendship is up to the roof, you know?
You've been doing this now, as you said, from 89 to right now is 2021. Tell me 3 of your scariest moments on stage.
All right. I remember you remember that same show that I told you that we played for Shabba Ranks and in Reggae Ram Jam. That was it was a Reggae Ram Jam. We did a show with Ninja Man. Ninja Man in Mandeville. The name of the venue is Merrymakers. Was Merrymakers. The name of it is Fairs now.
Okay.
It was Ninja Man. A lot of artists. In those days, Ninja Man was the man. And I remember Ninja, we realized that Ninja wasn't coming to the show. So Dr. Paul heard that Cutty Ranks was in a dance up the road DJing and went for Cutty Ranks. And let me tell you, Muscle, the performance that Cutty Ranks put down that night there, I've never seen him perform like that again.
Okay.
Him rip up the show. So the fact that Ninja now gonna come now, we have to say, all right, the performance that Cutty gave was so outstanding that it will erase the whole Ninja Man thing. Mostly, so when the people realize say Ninja won't be there, some buckle fling on the stage and like this, Muscle. Some buckle fling on the stage there. Oh my gosh, man. Horrible, man. Horrible. And gunshots fire and the promoter have locked we in our room because we have to hide. That was one, you know?
Yeah.
And that was a terrible one. There was another one where Shabba Ranks in Curacao. We did a show in Curacao with Shabba Ranks where the business wasn't proper. So Shabba decided he wasn't leaving the hotel and the band was already there. Same type of problem. We had to hide who play guitar, if you hide them guitar because you can't walk with it because the crowd see you. You would have dead. You know the way. Yeah, man. We went through something, but all in all, it was good. And then the one with Ninja and Shabba, Ninja and Cartel, the fight.
Yes.
That one was terrible because while the fight was happening, I was on stage playing and buckler fling and we have to take over ourselves again, you know. Yeah, man, we've been through some of those, you know.
What was that like backstage after that sting there?
After that sting, you know, remember, you know, me just make my way out of the venue, you know. So I'm not stay for see the after effect. Once me get off stage, I'm out.
Yeah.
Get to my vehicle and I'm out of there, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of parts. And then we were part of some wonderful things, man. Even the thing with Movado and Cartel done by Jamboree in West Kingston where they planned the unity with them.
Yes.
We were big in that planning. We were a part of that. You know? We help a lot of artists. We help plan their shows. Because we not just play for artists. Artists not just come with him set and give us and we say, yo, we are going to do that set here. No. We play a big role in how the artist present himself there was a show where Spice did, where it was a government show. And if you remember, she came in and she talked some things on the show. That show was supposed to be a band show. And they changed it last minute to tracks and she didn't know. And if it was a band, we would have planned such a show that what happened to her at that particular event wouldn't happen. And she talked it in her interview.
Okay.
You know, because when she do shows like Sumfest, she will tell you, Spice will tell you, that part of our planning, Ruff Kutt have a lot to do with it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot to do with our planning. It, you know, we play a big role in what the artists say, whether Bounty, Beenie, the Capletons, we play a big role. And Ruff Kutt is a band where we can just do one show and you hear say artist a pass through. And him get a complete set. So that's why most of the promoters like to use us. Yeah. Because it cost effective for them, you know.
It's a full package. You understand? Yeah. Because I was reading somewhere where it said you guys don't play rhythms, you guys actually play songs.
Thank you very much. Songs. We play songs. We not just play rhythms and that's it. You know, and we format the songs and, you know, because we have one rhythm, but we do so many different things with that one rhythm for different artists, you know? You know?
Because I know this was this year here, the same good man you keep talking about, Nigel Staff, he was sick this year. I think it was a stroke he had gotten this year.
Yeah, he got a stroke recently.
Yes. How did it feel for you? You know, this is your partner that you grew up with for so long, and you to seeing him that type of situation.
Well, muscle. I'm a big man. I'm not afraid to tell you. I cried. Yeah, man. And you see what make it more hurtful is that I was one of the first person got called when it happened. I actually went to his house. I actually helped to put him in the ambulance. So that was a scary moment, you know, when I went to his house and saw him on the floor there. Trust me, you know, all that we went through, you know, as a team just start flashing from my eyes, you know.
Sure.
It was rough, man. And to be honest, me and Nigel, you know, in the band, as much as, because we are the youngest members of the band, but also the longest members of the band, you know, and, you know, we have a lot of ups and downs. Me and Nigel cuss like, trust me, but the cursing when we curse, I feel the better of the music, you know, we want the arrangement and him want another one, and just for that, we just start cuss, you know, but at the end of the day, I feel the better of the music. Me and him cuss enough, man. We have issues, but at the end of the day, we love each other. You know, we are family. You know? Remember, you know, man, 30 years together, you know, man.
That's a lot.
It's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
We are still one another. We are staying in hotels, and when we wake up on a tour bus and him, you see. So, you know, me have him back, him have my back. We have to have each other back out there. You know? Yeah, man.
You're right, because how difficult has it been to actually keep the band Ruff Kutt together, especially after 30 years? Because you said the man that brought you in, he left long ago, which was
yeah, man, that's about it's not an easy thing to keep it together, but the thing about it, this band is like 5 special people. You have Scatterway, who was the lead singer for Bloodfire Passino. Right? And he came in the band and he's playing samples and he's again tell you something. Scatter is known for the man where start gay DJs, harmonies, backup vocals. Scatter is known for that. When Killer DJ and finish the line, Scatter the man was known for that. So him come cement himself. While Nigel Staff now the musical director in the band where him organize how the set run for the artists. And while me know when it come to mixing, and this one my strong point. Me a man where from me era DJ, me start plan what kind of mix me I go give him. While Benji is just the baddest player. The man solid. You know? While our guitarist, if a song now no guitar, him put guitar in the song and make it melodious. So everybody have a strong point. And at the end of the day, the 5 members, we have the same aim to make this band one of the greatest, which the things that we do and continue to do, yeah man, the things that we have done and continue to do right now, it surpassed, no disrespect to others before, but it surpassed all of those backing bands before us. And we continue to do it. You know, a lot of people might not want to say it, but it's the truth. And me, as a little youth, where grew up in my backyard, I play my drum.
Crazy.
And just love it and listen things and play it. And then me end up there on some shows with some great drummers. Great drummers where me can spar against, and when the show done, everybody talk about me. Yeah, everybody. And me, you know, see over the corner sign autograph as a drummer.
Crazy.
And it's really fulfilling. And that happened day to day. On my Instagram, young musicians, you're the greatest. I want to meet you. Young DJs coming out rehearsal and say, long no hand up on your perform for me. You think I know? I know me, well, me know some reach because me reach a rough cut. So me know me reach, and that make you feel good,
Yeah, because every time you look at a lot of those stage shows, they're from back then till now, as I said, you look in the back, you see the man with the mohawk, that's Drummy back there, knocking it wicked back there.
Yeah, man. All over the world, I get links from, man. People just say, yo, you're the man, you're the baddest thing. Everywhere I go, man. Everywhere I go, people just identify. Me I walk out with the other day, me I walk in an airport, and me just see a guy walk and him pass again. Until him get the courage to just say, yo, you're the drummer in the band, Ruff. And I say, yeah, man, I mean, man, everything good. Everywhere we go, man, everywhere we go. Yeah. People just single me out. And it's a great feeling because it shows we are the people appreciate it and love it.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
Do you ever get tired back there? Because remember, it's not like you're just moving one hand, 1 foot. You're moving 2 hands, sometimes 2 feet.
Muscle.
Don't you ever get tired back there, boss?
Muscle. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna listen to me on this real. Me had the shows like Champion in Action, West Kingston Jamboree, Sumfest, Sting. Some of these shows, I went on stage like 11 o'clock. Or sometimes 1 a.m. And when I come off a stage till sun come up, probably 8 o'clock in the morning. And when the show done, me feel like I want to go play again. And believe me, muscle, once me up on a show, worth if a show nice, me no want to stop. We enjoy what we do so much that trust me, man, we don't want to stop. You have some people in the business where we sing out and say, Ruff Kutt at the dancehall band, but they really hide the truth because we play for everybody at any time. Luciano, as me tell you back in the days, Dennis Brown, Richie Stevens, Wayne Wonder, Christopher Martin. There's so many artists. You calling, I must say, Bob Marley and Peter Tosh we not play for already. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how crazy it is.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Have you done any recordings? Like you played for any musicians on a record and stuff like that?
As a Ruff Kutt, we did a few, and individually I did a few, but to be honest, that's not my particular strong point.
Got you.
Mark, the other members of the band, like Nigel, he does a lot. Most of Dan Carleon, projects, Nigel does a lot of that. A lot of people don't know that. All those big rhythms, Seasons rhythm, and all those rhythms that Dan Carleon does, Nigel played on a lot of those.
Okay.
Shaggy's big albums, Nigel played on a lot of those.
Okay.
A lot of work Nigel does. To be honest, Benji do a little studio work also. But the man who does a lot of that is really Nigel. You know, it's not me personally. That's not my strong point. Yeah, my strong point is just going on a stage and just play all night. That's me. Yeah, man.
That's wild.
And I love that. I enjoy that. I wouldn't give away that for the world. Yeah, man. That's my life. You know? Yeah,
because
man.
as I said, I've seen you play with basically every artist from new school to old school, from dancehall to reggae and everything in between. And it always seems like you're enjoying it. I've never seen you where you just seem mad. You seem like you're happy to be here.
Yeah, man.
Love what I'm doing.
That's where I'm the happiest. Trust me. That's where I'm the happiest. That brings out mostly, I'm going to tell you something, believe it or not. I'm a very shy person. But you see, once I pick up my drumstick and go around that drum, nobody no show off and bossy like me. That's where my bossiness is at. And once I come off the stage, I'm the same little drummy, where everybody know, the same little drummy. Yeah, man. That's me. Yeah, man.
Man. It's amazing to think there. That's why I was so happy to even say, you know what? When I reached out to you and you said, yeah, man, you're ready. I was so happy because I knew that somebody like you, I've seen you for years and years, even when you came to Toronto. You know how many times you're on stage working and I'm standing a couple steps away from you watching you, boss? You think it's 1 and 2 times?
Muscle, let me tell you something. I saw people made their way from in the audience and came on the stage just to see Drummy. Came straight on the stage. Sometimes I'm playing, and I take a little glimpse to one side, and I see people just in the fever, in the action, in the moment. And when show's done, people came to me and said, "Oh God, you're my hero." Yes, we love the artist, but we came here to see you. A lot of shows, people say that to me, and trust me, it really makes me feel good, you know. Makes me say, yeah, what you're doing, people love it, people appreciate it, and, you know, it gives you a sense of a great feeling, man, you know?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
That makes total sense, right?
Everywhere, man. When we're going to the Caribbean, the band, we would just go to some store or go to a restaurant and people see me and say, yo, are you with upon the video them? You know? Yeah, man. I get it regular, man. Regular.
Strummy. Because I know you guys have been the main backing band at Sumfest for like years now.
Years. They gave us many awards all over. Trust me, awards just kept coming in, man. Coming in. Backing band of the year. Long serving performer, outstanding, this, that, all the time. We've been getting it. Jaria Award. Oh gosh, man. Too many awards.
You got them like crazy out there. Tell me give me 2 or 3 of your favorite or most standout moments on Sumfest since you guys been there so long.
There are so many. There are the times when Bounty and Tapper and game and we are playing for Bounty and Bounty are close the show. And everybody wait. Beenie Man is the same thing. I remember the last performance that Lady Saw did at Sumfest. That was magical. The first time a female DJ closed a Sumfest. Okay. And everybody waited for Lady Saw and she performed and tear down the place. The moments with Spice where Spice a perform and there's something, she present a performance. She did a whole performance where, you know, oh gosh, man, there are too many of them, man. Too many. This little youth a Popcaan, you know, and then him have an event where him keep Unruly Fest. That's another major one where we are part of that, you know? Because Popcaan no do no show without us, you know. Once it's a band, you're gonna see Rough Kutt.
Okay.
Popcaan is another youth where, trust me, no left the band, you know? Yeah, man, a theme band this man. You know?
Rough Kutt.
Happy. And I can tell you, every artist out there will tell you, say, I feel them band. And the one them will have them band. I go tell you, say, yo, Rough Kutt are my band.
Because again, as I said, you guys went through the Ninjas, the Shabbas, the Beanie, the Bunties, the Cartels, the Popcorns, the Greg Isaacs, the Dennis Browns, the you name it, you guys been there. And what do you think keeps you guys on top as a band for so long?
Wow. Is, to be honest, is how we love what we do and how good we are at what we do. You know? How good we are. I remember just the other day, they wanted Richie Stevens to do a performance where he's gonna, they were launching the album, the documentary for Dennis Brown. And Richie Stevens requested Rough Kutt. He said, yo, I want Rough Kutt to back me. And some people jump out and say, but Rough Kutt, I dance all and play. Richie said, don't hear me. I want Rough Kutt to play for me. And trust me, when him done sing them Dennis Brown, they know. Trust me, it was and it was only musicians at that particular. Well, a lot of musicians, you know, because you know it's a launch of Dennis Brown. People like Mikey Bennett, all those people were in the venue. And trust me, man, the feedback was wonderful, you know. So it's all the interest of putting in what we do also, you know. Because I remember we are on shows and other bands are playing and yeah, everybody there, but you can hear the difference when Rough Kutt comes in and you hear it in the crowd just get wild. You know? More time than you see Rough Kutt come on, they say, the show just start. Things like them that people say, and it make you feel good. Because these are the things that when we run Ugly Park Road and we are rehearse. And that we work for. We work for become the top band in Jamaica. You know? Sagittarius had that at one point, Rhythm Kings had it, Lloyd Parks had it, 809 had it. And we came in and we took it and we still have it. You know?
You get it. Because even around your time was the same Caution. They started to back Bounty after that. Mob.
And Caution can tell you. Caution was just like how we were Rhythm Kings and understudy. Caution was the same under us. They were studying us. They were there when we were playing Steve Locke, learn right in front of our eyes in Rough Kutt rehearsal.
Okay.
We were their band. You know? Yeah.
Crazy. Listen, you've had this amazing career for so long.
Yeah.
30 plus years. When would you say
still going?
Trust me, you didn't go anywhere yet. When would you say has been the highest point of your career so far, and then the lowest point of your career thus far?
Okay, one of the highest points. Whoa. You see, if I single out any one moment, you know, some artists out there will vex and hurt because we did so many great things with so many artists. But we have to admit the facts. The fact that that whole Bobby Brown tour experience, you know, you can't beat that. The whole Shabba experience was, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. And I heard they did an interview with Richie Stevens. He himself told you that, you know, the things that happened on that
tour with Shabba.
Shabba tour. You know, we don't see it again. You know, we don't see them things again. Yeah, man. You know, as in low points, as me I said, the low points are those shows where me just told you about where buckle fling and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we have shows that we went on in a muscle, to be honest, because it's not all good at all times, you know.
No way.
You have shows where we went on where you want to come off on the stage, you know, man.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe just not right and you just want to come off.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's true, it's so few, we not do it on those, you know.
Got you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
No, man, that's crazy. You see the thing with it, you've been doing so much stuff in the industry that even this conversation right here, we've been sitting down here for about 3 hours right now. And I know this is just a small little glimpse.
If we talk everything, man. If we talk everything, man. Trust me, those guys that I'm playing music with, I am blessed and they are also blessed to be, you know, playing with each other. It's a team that was put together out of nowhere. And as me say, Muscle, we are not afraid to tell you that we are not the greatest musicians. But when we play together, we are such a force, nobody can beat that. We are not the greatest, but when we put our individual ingredients together, you can't beat that. Because we have seen great musicians, great drummers, great guitarists, great bass player, great keyboard player say, yo, we're not the best. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Great individual musicians look at us and say, yo, you guys are the best in what you do. Yeah, man. Tarrus Riley have a show him keep every year in the park, Emancipation Park.
Yeah.
And them rehearse a set of artists and them just say, rough cut. And they don't know it going on. That segment they are fooling, you know. And that segment they name the pass-through segment. Where you name it. Sean Paul I go pass through, Ayak Teen I go pass through, Capleton I go pass through, Sizzla I go pass through, Beenie Bounty I go pass through. A rough cut segment. Can only, not disrespect, but only rough cut can handle that type of moment, you know? It's only rough cut where you gotta put it out there. And then, because remember now, you know, Bounty I go give you a pass through, Beanie I go give you a pass through. Them not go on a rehearsal. Them not go rehearse with a band. And the only band we can pull off that and pull it off the real way, the right way is rough cut.
Yeah.
Because we have history with all those guys. And we are developing history with youths that are coming up now. TJ have a show and he want a band, he might go find rough cut. Popcaan have a show and he want a band, he might go find rough cut. You have some little youth that come now, Authentic, the Reggae Kings, some youth where don't have a band. A rough cut them a go call for. I do, yeah. We did so much performances with these guys, man. Mostly, as I said, you name the artist, you call the name, Rough Cut was there at some point, grooming that artist.
It's so crazy because a lot of people just see the singer at the front or the DJ at the front, but they don't realize it takes a whole army of a band and all of this to make this performance what it is.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Take a lot of work. And some of these artists, they hear, a rough cut up on the show. Oh God, man, I'm not for rehearse, man. I'm good. You know, because them know rough cut come with a set for them.
Yeah.
You know, we have shows with artists where we not going to see them until the actual show night. So what we do, we get their materials and we go make a show for them.
Yeah.
And say, this is what you're going to be doing. Artists come and say, yo, you know, say, at this I'm a show. And we say, yeah, all right, Killer, or Beenie, or Capleton, or whoever. I like it, but move this and put this here, so and put this here, so and, you know, and they trust us so much that they don't even question it.
They don't.
You know? Yeah, man.
So crazy. Listen, before I get you out of here, right now, the floor is yours. If there's anything you want to big up, anything you want to say right now, the floor is yours 100%, Drummy.
Well, I have to big up the other members of the band. You know, Donovan, Bell Navis, Benji, the bass player. Trevor Bannick, you know, our lead singer, also plays samples, a little keyboard. Nigel Staff, you know, great influence in this business. Top in the business, keyboard player, you know. Paul Green, guitarist. I have to big up them, man, because them youth, they hold it and make it happen, you know. Yeah, man, those guys, you know, and at the end of the day, I just want to say, we get the respect from the people them out there, but who know and know say them for say a rough cut, them not say it, you know? Them not say it, but we still not gonna feel away because we see it in them action, you know? They do things that let us know that we at the band right now. Because to be honest, if you go out there and say to the youth them out there, yo, John, know the band, the only band them know a rough cut. No disrespect. The only band the youths them out there know where them can identify a band with a name. A rough cut.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Yeah, man.
Are you on social media or anything?
That makes you feel good, you know? Yeah, man.
You're right.
Yeah, man. Well, it's just Instagram, we go, Drummy Rough Cut, you know? And that's how we go. And Facebook, you know? Drummy Rough Cut again, Facebook.
Yeah.
It's all about Rough Cut. Everything is Rough Cut.
Rough
you know?
Cut.
Yeah, man, I would like that.
Rough Cut.
I would like that, man. The band is our life.
You know what?
I love what we do. Every individual in that band love what them do.
You have to.
And I think that's what keep it together for so long, you know? We love what we do. When we go on a stage, it's like we're in a different world. We enjoy what we do, you know?
You get that. You know what? You brought up something good because this is what you made. This is what you do. How has it been for you the past 18 months where there hasn't been a lot of touring and all that stuff? How has that been for you the last little while?
Well, to be honest, as any musician will tell you, it's rough, it's tough, but there are areas where we have to give thanks because still if they have certain virtual shows, they're going to call rough cut. You know, and we've been doing some, we did some fest virtual.
Yep.
You know, there's this little event that's going on called Just Bus, where we kept doing different artists, young artists, established artists. We kept doing those. We had an event, Sizzla and Friends, we did that. You know? We did some events during the whole pandemic. Digicel Live, we did some of that with TJ, you know? We did some shows and we kind of kept us going, but you can't go around the fact that it's tough, you know, for us and other musicians, you know.
Because touring is that's where the bulk.
Touring, that's the real deal, touring, you know, and that is not happening now, you know.
I get it, but you know what? We're gonna bounce back, and things are gonna start happening even more, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it's gonna be even bigger and better.
For sure. Because people
are gonna be hungry for it, and we're here ready to give it to them.
Ready to go. Listen, if there's anybody I gotta salute in this business, I gotta salute you, Drummy, because listen, you came from a stage of where you just had to make up a drum set till you are playing on the biggest stages right across the world night after night. And that right there is nothing but salute and determination. It's like, boss, I never go anywhere. Salute you on that.
Never go to any school. Nobody never take me up and say, yo, I'm a teacher. We just decide to play drum and play drum.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
That in itself is amazing.
You have members in my band, you know, where surprised. They marvel at what I'm doing. say, yo, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's wild. Listen, I can't wait to sit down and talk to you again because we got so many times. We still got to sit down and talk so much more. But this right here, I think, is a good insight. A lot of people are going to gain a lot of good insight and understand who DRUMMY really is. You understand?
Yeah, man. Blessings in a most, man. It's a pleasure again.
Thank you.
Trust me, because I saw this platform, and trust me, I wanted to be on it. And see, you called me before I even called you. Because whether you believe it or not, if you didn't call me, I would have called you.
Crazy. That's crazy. It's just, you know what, the universe. I said, let me reach out because I spoke to Richie and I know you guys are good. I said, you know what? DRUMMY somebody I see all the time and I really want to talk to him, reach out. You said, okay, cool. And here we are.
Yeah, man. And I want even the youth, the younger musicians coming up, think about the music and work on your craft. Work hard at your craft and don't watch the money. Just build it. The money will come. The money will come. Just work hard. Because we rough cut rehearse for years without get a dollar. Just a rehearse.
Okay.
We are playing some shows. Even the same Mirage we are told about what we used to play. 5 members of the band and we get like $3,000. We could play a show, but we never want the money so much because we know the bigger picture we were looking at. We were looking at the bigger picture. We work hard and build it. And we become a household name.
Yeah.
We build this and it become a real household name. You're going to anybody's house and talk about Rough Kutt. You know about this. Nigel Staff is one of the man now where is them have certain talk show, talk events, and they want insight. He's one of the go-to guy with them draft upon the biggest programs in Jamaica right now. They want some insight on the music. Nigel is there.
We definitely got to make that happen. Definitely. Let me give you an outro and get you out there because I said this is the first of many times we have to connect. You understand?
Yeah. No first.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.